Welcome back to the ThreeSadFans podcast.
Three?
And I know, for those perspective enough, you'll notice that...
Two?
Yeah, we might be short a number or two.
Huh?
Anyway, our hearts go out with Noah, who is no longer with us. Sorry, I'm pulling a Romeo Dobbs. He's in a better place now.
He's in a better place. I'll miss him.
Our resident Ravens expert Noah is he has the flu, so he won't be with us. His fever is higher than the equator right now, and it has nothing to do with the Baltimore Ravens incredible choke that happened on Sunday night.
No,
you would think it would, right? If we had a larger fan base, the comments would be filled with "Boo! Look at this guy! Can't face the music. Get out here and talk about your team.
Talk about how your team lost. I mean, I'm about to talk about how my team lost, and you're about to talk.
All of our teams lost. Isn't that funny?
I think that's the first time it's happened all season.
But there's been a week they all won, right? So now we're at 1-1. A week they all lost, and a week they all won. That's kind of crazy.
It's wacky and quirky.
Speaking of that Sunday night game, I want to start our first shout out with this wonderful meme that I just came across 30 seconds ago, where it literally is like Harbaugh fired, Tomlin fired, all depending on where that kick went.
It all depends.
We were really looking down the barrel right there, and I hope I wish the best for Tyler Loop, because the amount of grievance he's probably going through and the amount of harassment he's probably enduring right now, nobody deserves that, man. Nobody.
I heard. My alarm's going off. I'm gonna ignore that.
I hear something in my apartment, but football more important.
It is more important. It's just an alarm to wake up. I'm fine. I saw the headlines Tyler Loop and his fiance were getting threats and death threats, and it's just football. Grow up.
It is. No, seriously, it's an entertainment sport, right? If you're putting so much money on a parlay and that's what loses it, that's your own fault. All right, get your head in the game and stop giving billionaires more money. Okay, gosh.
Agreed.
Seriously. We do have
still going off.
Okay, you go off. I'm gonna do these shout outs real quick. I wanna shout out as well Myles Garrett, who has finally gotten the sack record. It took him all 17 weeks, but he finally got it on Joe Burrow. And your fun fact is that it happened. His first sack of the year was on Joe Burrow, and his last sack of the year was on Joe Burrow. And his family's happy, and he's happy, and that's a record we might not see broken again for a very long time, because it was quite a feat just to get that far.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, the best part of the whole clip is one of his teammates, he's like, "Oh, Myles got the sack, yeah." And then he goes to high-five the ref.
he went in to high-five the ref. He's like, "Yeah, let's go."
Yeah, the refs come in, and it's like, "Okay, ball's right here." He's got a hand up, and he's just like, "Yeah."
Because the ref's like, right? The funny thing here is that there's so many people who get all high and mighty. They're like, well, it's not really the sack record, because if you think about it, the other guys, TJ Watt did in 17 games, he did in 16 games, and even before that, they did in 14 games.
He did it in less snaps.
He did it in less snaps, and even so, he only did it in 16 of the 17 games. Yeah, granted, he did play all 17 games, but we could just pick out the fact that there was a game he didn't get any sacks, and therefore he still technically did it within 16 games. It's not our fault Aaron Rodgers is a wimp and is all like, "I'm gonna play to not get sacked. I don't care if I lose to the Browns."
I know that I'm psychic. I know Tyler Loop's gonna miss it. As long as I don't get sacked, everything will be fine. No.
Oh, he's such a weenie for that, though. Come on. Joe Burrow took it on the chin, and he's like, I don't mind if I'm the one that's on the on all the posters and everything for Myles Garrett. That's fine. At least I'll be on a poster, right?
I mean, that's cool. That's being part of history,
right?
Even if you're on the wrong side, that's still cool.
I mean, you could be the other side of history that happened this season, be the New York Jets that didn't record a single interception for the first time in NFL history.
That's wild.
Especially since it's 17 games. You have 17 games.
17 games.
17 games.
They hired a defensive coordinator to be the head coach.
I'm sure if you look back through every Jets game, there's probably been points where the ball's been tipped in the air or slips right through a guy's fingers or hits him in the chest and hits the ground. It's like any one of those points could have been a point where they wouldn't have this stat, but it wasn't. And now they are the only team in NFL history to not record an interception in the NFL season, which is crazy because the NFL goes back how long? Like how many seasons? It's a lot.
At least in the 20s.
It's a lot of
seasons.
That
the Dayton Triangles got an interception in every season that they
Even
existed.
the Dayton Triangles out here getting interceptions.
But the New York Jets in the 2025 regular season couldn't get one.
Have you seen that one like meme where somebody's all like, all right, I'm going to start this one from the beginning. And they're like, I'm watching football season 1. And it's just black and white film. And then they like an hour later, they quote tweeted themselves being like, when does Tom Brady show up?
You got a little bit of weight there. He's right around the corner. Right
I got to catch up on the seasons, you know? What season are we on now? 58, 59?
Wait, does this... Wait, it's the end of the season. Where's the Super Bowl?
Do they have like a next season on NFL, right? The foreshadowing or whatnot?
Is the Netflix thing? Are you still watching? Gonna show up if I don't change the channel enough?
All right, another shout out. We have this awesome video of Trevor Lawrence getting squatted, absolutely squatted by like somebody half his size, which is just so funny. Which
he's
ironically,
at a bar and he's at a bar. And the fan asks, "Hey, can I squat you?" He's like, "Yeah, sure."
Which is funny because when you originally sent me this link, the post was deleted. So I don't know what about this was deletable. But thank God New York Post Sports has this uploaded for 11 likes and 1 comment that says, lock in, it's playoff season.
It's playoff season. Trevor Lawrence, a man of the people. Come on.
He's a man of the people, all right? And you know what? I like Trevor Lawrence, right? Like, even though he didn't learn how to slide until his, like, 4th season, he finally did learn, and he's been a good quarterback and a great teammate since then. So we love to see it from him.
He survived Urban Meyer. I think everyone likes that. So
absolutely, right? And now he's what? Duval. All right, another shout out. I don't think this was the night game. Yeah. So you weren't up for this, but I remember it happening, and I called it out instantly. I was like, ain't no way, right? Where they first took a Steelers player and like compared him to a frog. They're like, look, he looks like a frog.
A frog?
I don't know. It's just his stance. Like his fingers like are on the ground, but he's not putting weight on it. All his weight is like on his knees and feet.
So he's actually looks like a frog, like he's about to leapfrog over someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh? Okay.
But that's not the point of the clip that like really stuck out. The point of the clip was that they started playing Banjo-Kazooie music. They do a montage of the pass rush, and they're playing Banjo-Kazooie music.
So it's a fire soundtrack. What
it is, but on the NFL on a live broadcast in prime time.
Okay, come on. Most of the old people watching won't know what the music's from, right? So they won't. You know, ignorance is bliss, but we know.
I almost assumed that they just probably typed in frog soundtrack, and that's what came up, and that's why they use that. You know, it makes sense to me.
Let's see. If I just put in frog soundtrack into Google right now. No, it goes to...
Or like frog song or frog background music or something like that, right?
The first link is a SoundCloud frog music from original TV series, and then if I scroll down enough, I get Crazy Frog, so...
Could you imagine?
Put on Crazy Frog, NFL.
I'm trying to like think of what Crazy Frog is, because right now I've got the Gummy Bears song, and I got the ba-da-dee-da-dee-doo-da-doo-doo, and that's the hamster dance, but it's along the same vein, right?
Oh, I'm not about to tempt.
I can't bring it up because it's copyright, right? We get our whole video like muted.
The whole channel's dead. Yep.
But yeah, no, Crazy Frog was one of those that like my nephew used to sing a lot growing up, and I'd be like, "Can you stop? It's so annoying." He's like, "But it's Crazy Frog."
5.6 billion views on YouTube.
That's money.
Uploaded 16 years ago in 2009.
That is crazy. All right, but we got a few more little shout outs and news sources before getting into the games. Then we're going to talk about who's hired, who's fired, our postseason power rankings, and then finally we're going to do a bracket.
A little fun.
Any other? Oh, I also wanted to do a reflection because we did all of our stats at the beginning of the season, saying who we thought was going to win and lose and stuff like that. I want to see how close that was. So. Couple more shout-outs here. We do have something that we missed right after we were done last week where the Packers were claiming Trayvon Diggs, right? Off of waivers. So it's not even like a trade. It was just he was dropped, and so they picked him up.
Yeah. And Cowboys cut him. There was a weird story about that because they played in D.C. for Christmas. And he had asked, because he has family in D.C., hey, can I stick around and spend time with my family here in D.C.? I think it came out Brian Schottenheimer, the head coach, said no.
Yeah, so like he said no, and he's all like, well, we're off for the holidays anyway. All that's going to happen is that we're all going to fly back as a team, and then the very next day I'm going to fly back here again to see them. And it just helps to save me a flight, you know? So it's kind of crazy that he was denied that. I like to think the Packers organization is a little kinder than that, and so far he says he likes it, so...
He likes it. Did he even play?
He did. I actually have the stats up. He played in the Vikings game. He was targeted twice. One of them was a catch for 4 yards, and the other one was a forced incompletion. So when you're a corner, the best stat is the fact that they're not targeting you, right? That is the number one stat. The fact that they only threw his way twice is a W. Though it seemed like the entire game he was lined up on Addison, and they had Nixon on Jefferson. And so Justin Jefferson was the one getting most of the catches. But, yeah, he kept Addison quiet. So I feel like he could be good, right? But we don't know until we see him lining up against who's going to be the wideouts for Chicago. Odunze and their rookie now. And I guess we'll see. But he's got to be better than Nate Hobbs, all right? That's all I'm saying. But
he's not as good as Bo Melton, though.
I mean, Bo Melton. Nobody's better than Bo Melton. You know what I'm saying?
Bo Melton is just... You need a player to play a position. Call up Bo Melton. He can do it.
He's like the Taysom Hill of the Green Bay Packers before Taysom Hill was let go of the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, fun fact. Taysom Hill was once a Green Bay Packer. I watched him play in the preseason before they gave him to the Saints.
I wish you would have kept him.
I mean, would have been nice.
On my side for years on the Saints.
Imagine if the Packers had a gadget player like Taysom Hill who was doing a little bit of everything. That could have been really cool.
I could throw the ball, I could run the ball, I could block the ball.
He's the first player in NFL history to record 1,000 pass yards, 1,000 rush yards, and 1,000 receiving yards. Now he needs to do it all in one season.
Imagine. I think though it seems likely that he's played his last game for the Saints though.
Probably. He had a good tenure though. Can't complain. All right, couple more bits of news though. We got a funny rumor, and this was before the Sunday game. So who knows the legitimacy of this? But there was a high chance the Vikings would try to sign Aaron Rodgers in the offseason per league source. Now I wonder if that actually comes to fruition if they don't make it to the playoffs this year. Because I feel like now that Aaron Rodgers has made it to the playoffs, he's all like, all right, well, I won to my division one last time. I think I can retire now. As opposed to if he still feels like he failed, he would want to go somewhere else that he can continue.
True. I mean, again, he made the playoffs with step one. If he wins, if he makes a run, I feel like he's definitely retiring.
Oh, absolutely.
If he gets blown up by the Texans, he might want to run it back another year.
I think that'll be an interesting game, too, because I think it'll be a defensive slog, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah. And, what do you do as the Vikings, right? Why would you go get Rodgers if you think McCarthy's your guy?
Development. It's okay it's just like what Jordan Love was doing. He was in the league for 3 years, but he didn't get to play until year 3 or year 4 or whatever it was. And at that point, he still wasn't 100% where he needs to be, but it took him about half the season, and then he was finally doing well. That's where the whole Toyota-thon meme came from, was the fact that that's how long it took him to develop getting actual snaps. But if you have 3 years of practice and then go into the league, you tend to do a little bit better. I mean, look at Caleb Williams, who got thrown in right away and had like an atrocious first year, and then it took him a few games into this year before he finally got comfortable. You can't expect anyone to be thrown out there and start doing well. So the more time that they have to develop, the more time you give them, especially if they get to sit behind somebody for a little bit, the better opportunity they have to come out.
I mean, getting a better coach also helps. You know, not having the Fluskus as your head coach.
For sure. Do you hear that Eberflus got fired as the defensive coordinator for Dallas as well?
Cowboys?
Dude can't hold a job. He's going to be lucky to coach Little League at this point.
They were 30th in points given up in the league or something like that.
Wow, so, it's almost like the same guy who did that for the Chicago Bears isn't going to be doing that well elsewhere, you know? Who would have thought?
Who knows? I mean, the Jets have a DC spot open. Maybe he can go there.
Maybe Jets have a lot of things open right now.
maybe he can teach the Jets how to intercept the ball.
True. All right, a couple more shout-outs. One of them that I saw was the upcoming opponents have been announced for all the teams. I'm just looking at the Panthers one right now, but they've got, of course, their divisional opponents. They're facing the NFC North next year, as well as the AFC North. So, the Three Sad Fans podcast is still kind of in contingency here, right?
This year it was the Packers played everyone, and now next year the Panthers play everyone.
You get if you want to come back to Lambeau, or you could stay in Charlotte and have Noah come down to Baltimore and see a game together, or we could try to get a Steelers fan somewhere. Let's try to be friends with somebody from Philadelphia. Go visit them.
Yeah. We got Rena. We can go see a game with Rena.
True. Luis, I know you don't listen to this podcast, but we're going to crash your place as we see that is on the road. We're going to crash your place as the Carolina Panthers come to town and get stomped by Saquon Barkley. You'd like that, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so funny. But, it's really cool that, like, they already have that set and you can see who they're playing with years to, in the next year to come. Very cool and nice to see that we get to kind of keep this alive where our teams play each other and we can have our fun little rivalries within our friendships.
I will say, you and I have more, our teams have more an opportunity to play each other. And then Noah's just like, hey, every 4 years. Yay.
So here's the thing. It's every 4 years for each of our teams. So every 2 years, he gets to play one of our teams, right?
Yeah.
So he just did this year with my team, and then next year it's your team, and then we have a 2-year break.
Well,
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Well, speaking of, is that all the shout-outs, or can we jump into Panthers?
I have the last shout-out that jumps into the Panthers. It's the screenshot you took that's like, what's at stake? And this is like, the first time ever where 2 different teams are playing each other to decide which other 2 different teams go to the playoffs.
These 2 eliminated teams are fighting to see who these other 2 divisional teams wins the division.
And there's been dozens of different memes of like the SpongeBob with Plankton and Mr. Krabs and Patrick in the corner where they're like, you probably have one on hand, I'm sure, right?
I gotta find it here.
Or like the Simpsons where they got the monkeys fighting in the middle and it's the Saints and the Falcons, and on the outside it's like Baker Mayfield and Bryce Young.
Yeah. I'm gonna upload a couple of images, so here you go. Take a look at it. Here's SpongeBob.
Yeah. So this is exactly the one I was referencing, where it's all like Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob, and then it's Plankton and Patrick. How do you feel about your team being represented by Plankton, huh?
It feels right.
It's accurate. Yeah.
It just feels right now. Just the last several years were just the worst team in the division, and so we're just. And
then we got like the Panthers with the gold medal, popping champagne. Yes. Those are all tied for one.
We did it. First place, 8 and 9. Yes.
It's so funny that the winner of that division is always like 8 and 9, like every year with like clockwork.
Hey. We are the kings of shit mountain, man, and we're gonna, and we reign with authority.
You are by far the worst playoff team in the NFL. But we are in the playoffs.
We are in the playoffs.
We are the playoffs, all right? Yeah.
See, Reno agrees that we're in the playoffs.
Totally.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's talk about that wonderful Panthers game, all right?
Oh, gosh. If there was ever a Panthers thing to do, it was to lose a game that they should have won.
Right.
To win the division and go to the playoffs. I have to cough. We're professional here.
We're super professional.
So, Saturday afternoon in Tampa, it's raining.
It was raining so hard. They would cut to an overhead camera angle. They're like, let's see that again. And you can't see anything because the camera lens is so wet.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wet. It was sloppy. It was just awful football, but love to see people just fall over, you know?
Bro, I'm sorry. The Rico Dowdle 7 carries for 10 yards.
The Panthers couldn't run the ball.
Lead rusher.
Panthers couldn't run the ball. Hubbard also had 10 yards. In total, the Panthers had 19 total net rushing yards.
Because Bryce Young got -1.
-1. Yeah, Bryce Young ended with -1. So they couldn't run the ball. And so Bryce ended up 24 of 35, 266 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception, which isn't terrible.
Technically,
right?
It was better than Baker Mayfield. Like, he played better than Baker did.
Agreed. But the problem was, there was no complimentary offense. Offense, again, struggled, and the Panthers ended up it's not bottom 5, but they finished 27th in points scored in the league this year, which isn't great.
Actually, I have something to go off of that, too. It was all like the point differential for every single playoff team right now, and it's like the Patriots and the Broncos up here,
everyone's
like
plus,
150, 200, whatever, this.
Yeah.
Packers are like at 30 or 40. Hey, at least they're positive. And then it's like it hits 0, and then it goes down, 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 and then it goes down. And it's like -60 to -80, and it's like the Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers ended the season with a point differential of -69.
Yeah. Nice.
That's not nice. You know? So it was tough. A lot of people are gonna look at the referee's performance of Brad Allen and be like, oh, they ruined the Panthers' chances and whatnot.
They were screwed. I'll give them that. Yeah.
Yeah, Reno agrees.
I know, right? Brad Allen. Can you believe it? Brad Allen. No, but I mean, like, obviously there were a couple really, really bad calls. Like, I agree with them there, but I don't think that's, like, the reason why the Panthers lost. It's the reason why they didn't convert a third down. It's a reason why Tampa Bay did convert a third down, right?
I linked a compilation of all the bad calls, if you want to throw that up.
Oh, heck yeah, I do.
It's so bad.
I mean, it was egregious. Like, literally a face mask ripped off of his head, not called. The egregious offensive pass interference, even though, like, it's within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. That happens on every play. The receiver tripping on his own feet, called for PI. The backwards pass that went out of bounds. Like, obviously it didn't go out of bounds, but because it's a dead ball, in order to, like, put it on paper as a dead ball, they have to say it went out of bounds. And so, like, on the play-by-play, that's what they have to write down, because they can't just say we called the play dead. There's no notation for that, you know?
True. 2 things about that play. One, Brad Allen was on the call for the Rams-Seahawks game. So they know what that backwards pass looks like off that 2-point conversion. So they should have learned. Mm-hmm. But clearly they didn't.
Yep.
And 2, what should have happened but did not happen is that the Panthers should have gotten an opportunity to replay the down because of that erroneous whistle.
Yeah, no, like the real rule should be that because the play was called dead early, you replay the down. However, they had too much pride to be able to say that they messed up until after the game was over. Because after the game was over, in an interview, they're like, yeah, we think we got that one wrong. Like, it probably wasn't correct.
You think you got that wrong? You definitely got that wrong.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, referees are part of the game that you kind of have to play around them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the excuse that you could fall on, be like, we lost the game because of the refs. I mean, the Panthers did have the opportunities, right? And that they fumbled away. I mean, Bryce Young did throw an interception.
Bryce Young threw an interception. Rico Dowdle tried to flea flicker in the rain.
The flea flicker in the rain? Look, the execution wasn't there, but that is on Dave Canales for calling that play to begin with.
And you called it at like the 20-yard line.
The 20 yards,
flea flickering at the 20-yard? Then just throw a pass.
You've been moving the ball the entire drive, and you're at the red zone, and you're like, I know what'll get him. A flea flicker when it's pouring down rain. And you know what else on that play? You know, Bryce Young tried to pick it up like he was Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. Just fall on it.
I know. He was like, I don't want to hurt myself.
I'm going to pick it up because then I'm going to throw it. No, if you pick that up, you are getting smashed and you're going to fumble it again. Right? It is. So with those missed opportunities, you know, they had an opportunity to win. I got another thing here. The Panthers' offense was 1 of 8 on third down.
Yes.
And Tampa Bay was 8 of 15. Mm-hmm. So you know, Panthers defense, you know, couldn't get them off the field as quickly as the Panthers offense couldn't stay on the field. Mm-hmm. And it's just,
and
there
like
were opportunities
in like
there.
The time of possession where Tampa Bay just had the ball for clearly so much more time.
I think like 10 to 15 more minutes in the Panthers or something like that.
Literally 15 minutes more. Yeah. 14 minutes and 50 seconds. We'll round it up to 15.
Yeah, it's just, there were opportunities, and the Panthers just couldn't grab them. You know, it was a winnable game, and they didn't. And because of that, they had to rely on the Falcons to win, which that's the worst feeling in the world when you have to rely on someone else to get the thing that you want.
I know. It's like when you have your fate in your hands and you don't capitalize, like that hurts.
It's the worst feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there is a silver lining to this game, Tenero and McMillan did set the franchise record for most receiving yards by a rookie.
Nice.
So
did he break 1,000?
Yes, he got 1,014 yards.
Nice.
He passed Kelvin Benjamin, who I think had 1,007. So
good on him.
And you know, maybe with that accomplishment, it pushes Tenero to Offensive Rookie Player of the Year. That'd be cool. Because honestly, it's either him or Tyler Shuck. So
yeah, I mean Tyler Shuck is still shucking it, right?
Tyler Shuck is really shucking it, and you wanted to, but it was so tough. Just because I watched the end of the game and I was like. And I saw 16-7. Oh, Bryce threw a nice touchdown to Jalen Coca. Oh, they stopped him. Oh, and third down conversion and game's over, basically. Oh well. What can you do? So how was the Packers game?
You can go win in the playoffs. That's what you can do.
Yeah. How was that Packers game, though?
You want to talk about the Packers game?
What, you wanted to use only 7 seconds, right? There's really nothing happened.
Genuinely, this was a scrimmage. That's what this was. They put out Clayton Tune, who threw the ball 11 times, only completed 6 passes for 34 yards.
And how many times was he sacked?
A lot. I don't even have that. 4 times.
And how many yards did they lose?
A lot.
41. And how many net passing yards did Clayton Tune have in the day? -7.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very, very bad. Literally, we had our second running back, Emmanuel Wilson, who dropped back and had like a negative 20-something yard sack.
-19.
-19. It was terrible. It was
first and 10 to second and 29.
Like, I literally can't put any merit into this. Yeah, passing yards, Green Bay, -7. That's. It's amazing this game was only 16-3. Like, you would think the Vikings would have put up like 30 to 35, but the defense was actually kind of like decent. Which again,
Well, you
it's still
also
half of
had
their
J.J.
backups.
McCarthy, and then he got hurt, and so Max Brosma came in.
Mm-hmm. Max Brosmer wasn't in for that long. Like J.J. still threw 23 passes, but yeah, no,
but
I get it.
eventually it became Clayton Tune versus Max Brosma, the perfect Packers-Vikings matchup.
That's
Everyone
what we thought it
expected.
was gonna be before the game started. Then we saw J.J. McCarthy out there. We're like, yep, we lose. And the ironic part is that the what was it? The spread for the game was 13.5, and because Green Bay kicked that field goal at the very end,
called a timeout with 1 second,
kicked the field goal, and beat the spread. That's my football team.
And then all the headlines of sports bettors call for NFL to investigate Packers for last-second field goal.
If you're betting on the Week 18 Green Bay Packers versus Minnesota Vikings, Clayton Tune versus Max Brosmer, if you're betting on that, you have a problem, and I have a number for you to call. Like,
it's a toll-free number, 1-800. It's just.
But clearly, like, as I'm watching it and just, like, I have it on my second screen, right? Because at this point, it's not even the main game I'm watching. I knew it was going to be terrible. And the whole time I'm telling my friend Vin, I'm all like, this is how you have to feel watching the Jets every week. And he's like, no, I still got hope for my Jets. I was like, no, this is just a bush
You have
fire.
to know, you have to hear the sarcasm in his voice, you know? It's like,
you have to know what you're getting into with games like this. You can't come in with the expectation that your team's going to win. And I'm sure if the Packers played their starters, they probably would have won this fairly handily. Again, like, if the defense is holding Minnesota to 16, the offense is still probably putting up a good 20 to 27. And that's more than enough to win this football game. Especially with Brosmer's hilarious fumble where he trips over his own guy, gets back up, thinks the play's over, and then just gets clammered.
He throws his hands up holding the ball, and he's just like, oh.
But again, it's like no one can be surprised this is the outcome. The entire point of this game is that the Packers took this as a bye week to try to get healthy. Like, the number one seeds get a bye week not just to get healthy, but it extends them into the next seed of the playoffs. For the Packers, they knew where they were going to be. Nothing would have changed that.
Locked into the
being locked into the 7th seed, they're taking this as their bye week. They don't care. They're not like they're not playing for pride, trying to go into Minnesota and being all like, we need to, have the best division record and say that we own the Vikings, because they could have, but now they're 4-2 in the division, which is fine, right? 4-2 is still very respectable. They were 1-5 last year, and
it's a much better improvement.
Mm-hmm. What shocked me?
Thanks to the loss, thanks to that loss, everyone in the NFC North finished with a winning record.
I know, that's your fun fact of the week, is that this is only the third time in NFL history that all 4 teams in one division had a winning record over 500. Not at 500, over 500.
Second time post-merger.
Yeah, there you go.
And second time post-merger, the only other time was the 2023 AFC North. So this happened twice in the last 3 years.
Wow. The Browns went positive once? Was that
Joe
wasn't
Flacco.
Baker? Yeah, it was like Joe Flacco. I was like, that wasn't. That's the time that they made the playoffs, right? As a wild card team.
Yeah, and then they lost to the Texans.
Yeah, I do remember that. I was really hoping they would beat the Texans, and they didn't. And that's what we thought Joe Flacco was going to be done right then and there, and he played for 2 more seasons with the Colts with 2 teams this year.
Colts, and then back to the Browns,
and then to the Bengals.
I need Joe Flacco to play one more season or just one more game. Get him to the Steelers. Let him finish his AFC North punch card, and then he can retire. Yeah. Then he can retire.
I hear that maybe they'll need a quarterback next year. And they are definitely not against hiring 40-year-olds.
No, absolutely not. So, that's so funny.
Packer games was a wash. It was a scrimmage. It was there for funsies. There's really nothing more to say. The Packers lost their last 4 games going into the playoffs. All of this could have been different if there wasn't so many injuries during the Denver game, and then if they didn't choke away the Bears game. But otherwise, they pretty much just kind of closed up shop for the past couple of weeks. Like, they weren't even trying in the Ravens game, right? They just let it happen.
I mean,
So.
it was so tough to stop Derrick Henry that
Oh
night.
yeah, no, it was absolutely. So I think the Packers are okay with being 0-4 going into the playoffs here. But your terrible fun fact is that the only 2 times that a team has been 0-4 before going into the playoffs on the road, they've lost both their playoff games. Which I guess makes sense because if you're 0-4 going into the playoffs and going on the road,
sliding at the wrong
you're
time,
probably
yeah.
just sliding into the playoffs, barely making it in, and you're not that good of a team. I think the Packers are a decent team at least, though. I think they do have a chance, so maybe that stat means nothing, but we'll see come Saturday.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Anyway, let's break
talk about
down
this Ravens game.
Yeah, let's break down this last game. Even though Noah's not here, I'll pretend to be Noah. You know,
At
the
least John
Ravens.
Harbaugh got fired.
Harbaugh got fired, and that's a win in my book. Derrick Henry ran pretty well. Lamar Jackson had 3 touchdowns and 1
I
interception.
still don't trust Lamar Jackson.
I still don't trust Lamar Jackson.
One interception that, it was bouncy, but that was his fault. He should have just held on to it.
And I love Tyler Loop, and it makes me feel bad that he missed the kick, but I still trust him more than Justin Tucker. I never want to see Justin Tucker again.
I mean, that's fair.
And that's all this game came down to. It was a very hard fought battle. It was back and forth. It was a little stagnant in the beginning. It was slow going, and then everybody got their groove going into the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter exploded.
Fourth quarter was great to watch. 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns.
Then the missed extra point. As soon as that extra point was missed, I think everybody knew that Baltimore was going to come down and kick that field goal. But then it got to 4th down,
Chris Boswell, I think that was his first missed extra point all year.
He's been crazy. He's been a good
kicker. What a terrible time to miss your first PAT, right?
And the fact of the matter is if Tyler Loop makes the field goal, everybody's talking about the
on Boswell. Yeah,
the Boswell missed kick, right? If it's not one missed kick, it was the other. But yeah, that's just how it goes. Both players missed a kick. Unfortunately, one of them lost the game, and that's the one that's going to be hyper fixated on. But
yeah, absolutely.
It's a team sport. So if anything, I'm going to put this on the Baltimore Ravens defense. You gave up 26 points, what should have been 27 points, to a 40-year-old quarterback who doesn't even have his wide receiver one in the cold. Right? Yeah. They very
Aaron
well
Rodgers
could have
for 300 yards.
Yeah, they could have stiffened up and closed this out much earlier, but they let Aaron Rodgers throw for near 300 yards, and the rushing wasn't all that impressive, but it was consistent. But that's what it comes down to. I'm not gonna make Tyler Loop feel bad for missing one kick. A kicker is going to miss a kick at some point in his career. Unfortunately, it just happened to be in one of the most dire situations, but it shouldn't have all been on him in that moment. They should have been up by 10 points by then.
I'm gonna share a tweet here about that kick.
All right.
There have been 60,000 field goal attempts in NFL history. Tyler Loop's miss on Sunday is the only one of those attempts that came as time expired in the fourth quarter in the final week, with both teams' playoffs hopes resting solely on the result of the kick. That's an immense amount of pressure.
That's crazy. And I'm sure that alone isn't what's weighing on his mind as he's
not thinking about that, but
it's there's still pressure. It's cold. It's windy. You're not at home, so you hear the crowd. It's a lot, and it's not an easy kick to make. No kick is a gimme. Again, Boswell missed half the distance of that same kick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, that's not what everyone's going to talk about because that's not what decided the game. It almost did, but it wasn't. So just
Loop
is what it is.
said in a post-game report that as soon as he kicked it, he knew that he missed. He was talking about.
You could feel it. Yeah, you feel it come off your foot.
It's like you're supposed to hit it within the 4 laces or whatever on your shoe, and he's like, "Oh wait!" As soon as he kicked it, he knew he hit it in the wrong spot, and he's like, and then you just watch it sail right, and you're just like, "Ugh." And I feel so bad for him. I mean, if you look back, one of the first people to go console Tyler was Boswell. He's like, as a kicker, he knows the ups and downs of kicking. Yeah, he knows that feel. And Tyler Loop, he's a rookie. This was his first year, and he had a very good year for a first year.
Oh, he had a great year.
Yeah,
he had big shoes to fill, and he filled them well.
He's got a long career in this league, and this kick will not define his career.
Oh no, I don't think so at all. He has
Yeah.
had. I mean, he's probably already had many game winner like kicks. That the time that he doesn't kick it for the game winner shouldn't be what overshadows him for the rest of his life.
Right. So head up high, Tyler.
He's definitely listening to this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
If anything, Noah's listening to this. Noah, keep your head up high. Come join us next week. You don't have to hide your face in shame. And
yeah. No, actually, Noah, this podcast is for playoff teams only. Stay away.
Playoff teams only, which is why by next week there will be no one on this podcast. We're shutting it down.
We're uploading an hour and a half of pure.
It's going to be a black screen. We're going to have the ghosts break down the next games.
We're shifting ownership of ThreeSadFans to a Patriots, a Broncos, and a Seahawks fan.
Which they're not even sad, so what do they have to be sad about? What?
Yeah, what? Reno?
Yeah? Are you the Seahawks fan? Is that you?
I believe Reno's a Seahawks fan.
Well, he probably knows that Carly's about home. Here, go see
my kid.
Come on.
There he goes. Oh, man. Oh.
And he's back. He'll be gone in a moment. Anyway, you want to do some power rankings purely off of the
one last fun fact about the Steelers Ravens. Aaron Rodgers now has one AFC North Division title. That is one more than the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, that is crazy. That is a fun fact. That made my night.
If there's anything the Cleveland Browns are, it is a factory of sadness. So.
All right, let's
do power rankings.
Let's do
all 14. Let's do all 14. 14.
All 14 of them. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. I'm gonna start dragging them up while you tell me who you start thinking is where, while I make sure I get all of them up here, because it's like I had the same idea, I just didn't prepare it.
No, it's all right. I got the 1 seeds going 1-2 Seahawks Broncos. 1 seeds, give them a little respect, right?
Of course, there's a reason that they're 1 seeds, and they won the games they needed to win in order to get there. So, completely understandable. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm missing 2. Which 2 am I missing? Oh, Chargers are up there. And then... Philadelphia. I try to block Philadelphia
the Eagles.
out of my mind.
Oh, yeah, no one cares about Eagles.
Yeah, because this is more like an actual, real tier list now, where we're like, okay, this is the top tier, the next tier, the blah, blah, blah. We're going to do 1 through 5. There's no bonus 6. This is where they're just hanging out for the time being. Yeah. Is it fair to put Panthers down at 5? Is that
in my power rankings of 1 through 14, I have Panthers at 14. So.
That makes sense. So they're on the bottom rank there. Makes sense.
I mean, they're the only team with a losing record. They didn't even win the game to get into the playoffs. They had to rely on the Falcons to tie up the division, so they win the tiebreaker. Yeah, I mean they're gonna stumble into the playoffs. They're playing the Rams. They're gonna get crushed.
And then I'm going from the bottom up here. In the 4th tier, this is just me. I see the Packers, the Bears, and the Steelers all kind of on the same line there.
I've got... Okay, so I'll say Packers, Chargers, Steelers.
You think Chargers are kind of in that 4th tier? I think that the Chargers are so weird. They're flip-floppy. I know they're the 7th seed, but they're partially the 7th seed because of the fact that they rested Herbert on the last week. But they're also the 7th seed because of the fact that, everybody in the AFC is just godlike this year. No wonder the Chiefs didn't make it. You're dealing with powerhouses here.
Broncos, Patriots, Texans. Texans are coming back from the dead at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm going to go up to 2 tier. I'm going to put the Patriots, the 49ers. I think I want to put the Bills up there, even as a 6 seed. I think they're a tier 2 team.
I'm putting the Texans up there.
And the Rams?
Texans defense.
You think the Texans are that good?
Yeah, that defense. I don't want to play the Texans defense.
And then tier 3, I have the Jaguars.
I have the Rams at 3.
You have them in a 3 tier? I guess they did kind of lose in it. They did lose to Atlanta. They didn't lose to Carolina. They did lose to Carolina. They didn't lose to the Cardinals. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
I guess that does make sense,
Honestly, we need to put the Jags into 2 tier. They've won, what is this, 7, 8 games in a row? They've won. They're on an 8-game winning streak. The Jags need to be in the second tier.
All right, you know what? I'll give you that. I'll put them up there. I mean, it is a really tough fight, but I think, at least in my mind, this is kind of where everybody goes. It sounds like you have Chicago a little bit higher. Chicago did just lose to the Lions, who the Packers beat twice, and the Vikings beat as well.
I have them in the third. I've got them in the third tier.
I just don't think they're third tier material. They nearly lost to Green Bay twice, and I'm putting Green Bay in the fourth tier. So
yeah, it's tough. I don't see them any.
They're not higher than 3, that's for sure. They are not on the same level as the 49ers. They're not on the same level as the Patriots. It's just there's no.
They're
way.
like, let's put them top 4, bottom 3, somewhere around there then.
Mm-hmm. So like they're like right there. But like the Packers, even though they lost 4 games and they don't have Micah Parsons or Tucker Kraft, I still think that they have a high ceiling. I can see the Packers beating any team that's tier 3 and below. And I think they would at least keep it competitive with tier 2. I don't know if they'd win, but they can keep it competitive.
I will say, I think this is one of the best matchups the Packers could get.
Oh, absolutely. Like when it comes down to it, I'm surprised the Eagles rested their starters, because if they had won that game, the Packers would be going to Philadelphia. Wouldn't you want to play the injured Packers? The Packers do not match well up against the Eagles at all. Matter of fact, when the odds first came out in some sports books, the Packers were favored over Chicago going in like before the week started, and they weren't favored in Philly. So it's like it's crazy to think how different that could be. And we already know what the Packers' path would be. They would have to play the number 2 seed Chicago, and then no matter what, because they're the 7th seed, they'd be going to Seattle. And if they win there by some miracle, then they would be in the NFC Championship game with whoever's left. The Panthers.
Oh. Yeah, obviously it's Panthers in the championship game. We all know this.
But yeah, this is our little funny power rankings. You can agree or disagree, but it just makes sense.
Agree with this.
Mm-hmm. This it looks like it's going to be a good matchup. I really want to see all of these teams in tier 1, 2, and 3 play each other, because all of those are going to be great matchups. Especially, can I just say how evenly matched the Eagles and the Rams are? They did play earlier this season. It came down to a blocked field goal. The Rams were about to win, and it just shifts the other way because of one special teams play. It'll be a good rematch for sure, especially if it's going to be in Philly.
I mean, if they get there, because it's Eagles Niners in the first round.
Is it Eagles Niners? Oh yeah, so I guess the Rams being
they're the 5 seed.
They're the
Rams are the 5 seed.
Rams are the 5 seed. Who are the
6.
Rams playing? Oh, they're playing the Panthers. Yeah, okay. Panthers. So yeah, it'd still be a good matchup.
Lightning won't strike twice. I'll spoilers. The Lightning's not going to strike twice in that game. Let's before we move on, let's do a little recap of picks from last week.
I know, I actually do have those up. Finale. I was ready. The funny thing is, we did get the Tampa Bay pick right. We did not get the 49ers pick right. But it's like, I'm right there with you. I picked the 49ers in my own picks. I really thought with how good they were playing, they would be able to be at home and beat Seattle, and they just weren't. And so now Seattle's
defense showed up.
They did. They are undisputedly the best team in the NFC.
And Sam Darnold didn't play great. Imagine if Sam Darnold plays excellent like he did during like that middle of the season. Mm-hmm. Like if he plays like he did in the fourth quarter of the Rams game, every game, the Seahawks are winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, easily, absolutely.
Fun fact. This is the 3rd time that Seattle has won the 1 seed,
and both all other 3 times they've gone to the Super Bowl.
They've gone to the Super Bowl. Yeah,
they didn't win the Super Bowl, but they've at least gone. So, yeah, that is a really fun fact. We didn't get the Browns beating the Bengals, but I mean, who's going to guess that?
No.
Who would have thought? We did get.
I mean, we got it right that Myles Garrett was going to get the sack record that game.
That is true. A monkey could have predicted that, but hey, we're proud monkeys here.
It took to the 4th quarter for him to get it, so he nearly didn't.
Yep. We had the Minnesota pick. We did not have the Giants pick. Who would have saw the Giants coming out with such gusto?
I mean, the Cowboys were like, they knew the assignment. We have to lose, right? We're not going to get anyone at 16 or 18, whatever it is. We must lose. And so
you think the Giants would want to savor their pick, but I guess not.
I mean, and with the Giants winning, right? That freed up
The
Raiders to win.
Yeah, the Raiders
Yeah.
had like nothing to stand in their way for their number one pick. We had the Jaguars pick. We actually had the Atlanta pick. Maybe that was just hopium because we were like, well, we already picked Tampa Bay. So
when I made those picks last week, I was like, the Panthers aren't gonna win. If we're going to the playoffs, it's on the heels of Atlanta. And so I was like, come on, Falcons.
the hopium. Houston won a great shootout, actually. Even though this was a 94% pick, this was much closer than it appeared.
And they did pull the starters halfway through, so
and it was still a fun shootout.
Fire game.
And then the Chicago Bears dropping to the Lions. I know the podcast didn't pick it, but I did. I saw that one coming a mile away. The Chicago Bears are good, but they're not that good. They will lose to the Lions every time.
Fun fact, there are now 2 playoff teams that was swept by the 4th place team in the division. The Bears got swept by the Lions, who finished in 4th, and the Panthers got swept by the Saints.
That's funny. The other fun fact is now Ben Johnson is 0-2 against his old team.
And yet they'll still take him back.
Yes, they will. I mean, I would too. Honestly, Ben Johnson did amazing for the Chicago Bears. This is their best year in a long time.
Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen, very good hires this past off season.
And listen, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. I think the Packers still take the division if Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft don't get hurt, because those are 2 very key spots. Yeah. But the fact that the Chicago Bears were able to come in and like capitalize off of that, there was an opportunity, there was an opening, and they seized it, right? And that's what Ben Johnson did for them.
If it's there, you have to take it. I mean, it's just like Dan Campbell said after the championship game lost to San Francisco a couple years ago, and we referenced a couple weeks ago. This might be your only chance. You have to take it.
Take the chances you have. Don't squabble them. Don't squabble them.
Don't squabble them,
The Broncos pick was pretty easy. Everyone saw that coming.
Easy.
The Rams pick was pretty easy. Saw that coming. I don't think we knew that Philly was going to rest their starters. And so resting their starters, I still probably would have picked them. But even still, like, it's crazy that Washington came out and won.
That's such a weird decision. Like, you could still play for the second seed. Like, even if you rested your starters halfway through the game, right? Get out there and try. Like, because you alluded to it. It's like,
I wonder if they just anticipated that Chicago was going to win, which is wild to me, because I wouldn't.
Again, but you still got to try. Who would you rather play in the first round? The Packers or the NFC West?
I know. It's like, would you rather be healthier and playing the NFC West, or maybe a little banged up and playing the even more banged up Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, that's bonkers.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 seed is almost a glorified bye in today's NFL, just because you're usually playing a bottom barrel team.
Unless you're the Cowboys.
Let's go! We got the New England Patriots pick. We didn't get the Raiders pick, but that's because, again, we didn't know that they were going to lock up the first overall pick and come out and screw Scorigami twice.
Who picks the Raiders?
18% of people, apparently.
I mean, I get it. Chris Olave and a really banged up Chiefs team, but still, you don't pick the Raiders.
I thought the Chiefs' defense was going to be better than the Raiders' offense, but it was not.
Neither was particularly good. By the way, the AFC West this past week, no offensive touchdowns.
Wow.
Across the board. There was only one
gross.
touchdown. There was only one touchdown in that whole division, and it was a defensive touchdown.
That is so gross. Like, it looks like the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns. It was a weird combination of safeties and field goals.
Yeah.
Was it 4 field goals and a safety?
Yeah.
That's wild. They literally won the game because of the safety. It's 14-12.
Hey, how convoluted can we get to 14 points? Oh, I know.
Buffalo over the Jets was the easiest pick of my life, and then we were really hopeful for the Ravens, but they didn't. We didn't. So. Yeah.
So sad. So I guess update on how we all finished through the season. Aaron, you went 171-100.
Wow.
On the season.
Did I do better than my dad?
No.
Did I not?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I was ahead of my dad. Hold on. Where do I see the groups. Let me just
Actually,
look
I
at
don't
the
have
group.
that right. I don't have it written down, but
Okay, here we go. Oh, there's probably Carly. But
Home,
yeah,
home,
so
home.
there was like a tie for first. McLevin and Harley
McLevin
Cops.
and Harley. Yep. Shout out McLevin and Harley.
Carly
Cops,
did better
winner
than me.
of-
I was at 14. My dad was at 17. I did do better than my
Oh,
dad.
hey.
Let's go.
Let's go. Noah tied 19th in our public loop. He went 166 and 105.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
you
one
tied
game,
with the podcast.
and I and the podcast tied, and we were one game behind Noah at 165, 106. Noah giving me all that flack for being behind the podcast when he was literally 3 inches in front of it. So Noah, be careful next year. I'm coming for you.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Promise.
Nice.
I mean, if we're going to the game, he's coming to me. So
True.
So, hey, shout out McLevin and Harley Cop. Congratulations on winning the public loop. High fives, claps all for you.
All right, so now we have to, we're going to do our certified 3SadFans bracket. Although can you do me a favor, get into the sports channel and grab Noah's bracket so that if you and I come to a disagreement, we can use his as the tiebreaker?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then we'll be able to at least use a point of reference, right?
Right. I've got it pulled up.
All right, cool. So
let's go by rounds. Go by rounds.
All right, go by rounds. So first round overall, we'll start with the AFC side. We've got the Steelers hosting the Texans. I personally am taking the Texans. I think the Texans have been on too much fire. The Steelers barely squeaked by. I just don't see the Steelers winning that.
Texans defense is too good. It's not. It's better than the Steelers offense.
Mm-hmm.
I would be surprised if the old man gets over that defense. I mean, maybe, but I'm picking Texans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like the first round we're probably gonna have a lot of similarities, and then maybe not a whole lot, but maybe some. All right, and then
This
number
game,
2,
though,
this
game
one
is
will be good. The Jaguars hosting the Bills. That'll be kind of crazy. This one, I feel it could go either way.
The only detracting force in this game is that Brad Allen is calling this game.
Oh, no.
yeah.
Listen, Brad Allen is in cahoots with the NFL, and the NFL needs its golden boy to do good, so I'm picking the Bills, baby.
Oh. Man, it's so tough because I can see either team winning this.
This is a 50-50 game. This could go either way. I'm 100% with you. This literally could go either way. I do not think that's a clear-cut winner. I'm just choosing the Bills off of, I think that they could do. But, yeah, it's off of the vibe. I think that it'll just swing their way this week.
If there is a year for the Bills to make the run,
this is it.
They did it. It's the year they didn't win the division.
The
Chiefs aren't in it.
There's no Chiefs. There's no Bengals. There's no Ravens. This is your year. You're going up against a lot of young and rookie quarterbacks, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe not rookie, but a lot of young.
That being said, I agree. Bills.
All right, Bills. Okay, we got that one. Then
Noah also had Texans Bills in his bracket.
So. Okay, cool. So we're kind of all on the same page. And then Patriots Chargers. I think this one could be closer than we expect, but I do think it swings in the way of Chargers. Or not Chargers, sorry, Patriots.
This might be the toughest game that the Patriots have played all season.
That is true. They lost to the Raiders week 1. Let's be real.
Because this might be the first time that they're playing a team with a winning record. Besides the Bills.
They did beat the Bills, and then the Bills beat them, and they kind of swapped away games. But I do think this is closer than people are giving it credit for. I feel like a lot of people are going to be picking the Patriots, but do not discount the Chargers. This is the time the Chargers can make a run as well, because they're always knocked out early every single year, too.
Obviously, they're always a wild card exit.
Mm-hmm.
And the discussion comes up, is Justin Herbert, that social media quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm. Is he just dating Madison Beer for the vibes, or can he actually throw the ball?
I also have the Patriots advancing, and so does Noah. So
Understandable. But I would love to see the Chargers win. I would absolutely love that.
Yeah, give me that'd be a AFC West showdown if the Chargers do win. Broncos Chargers again.
Oh yeah.
but not to be.
Not this time. All right, but now we got the NFC side. The first one up is the Panthers Rams on Saturday afternoon.
It is the 4:30 first game. It is the worst home team playing first game.
All right, I gotta go with my vibe pick. Panthers do it again. Come on, you believe, right? You believe.
The Panthers have the opportunity to be the first team with a losing record to win a playoff game since the Panthers did it back in 2014.
See, it's all lining up. That's what I'm saying. They're at home. They've already beaten the Rams.
I mean, honestly, I said lightning's not going to strike twice. A big reason why the Panthers beat the Rams at home early in the season is because Matthew Stafford turned the ball over 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to happen again.
I think the Panthers' defense is better than we give it credit for. That's my hot take.
In that first game, we had a lot of defensive starters out to injuries, and that was the game that Trayvon Merritt got suspended for cup checking Jawan Jennings. So
I still think their defense is better than people give it credit for.
Yeah, I mean the defense is. I think of the two main units, I think the defense is slightly better than the offense, which is easy to say when the offense is 27th in points scored.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the brain is screaming Rams, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not picking with my brain. I'm picking with my heart.
Are we choosing the Panthers? Let's go Panthers!
Why not the Panthers?
Why not?
Why not?
What did Noah pick?
He also picked the Panthers.
Let's go! Yeah. We would have had the tiebreaker no matter what. Let's go! Yeah. All right, now we start getting a little dicey. We got Eagles and Niners. I have the Niners. I have them coming in and upsetting the Eagles. I know the Eagles are at home. I know they're the number 3 seed. I know they're coming off of rest. And I know 49ers are coming off an ugly loss. But I still think the Niners are the better team.
You just can't. I mean, it's the whole thing. You can't trust the Eagles' offense and Kevin Patullo, right?
Mm-hmm. And the Niners have a better defense. They did hold Seattle to 13 points. If their offense had gotten going, then they would have won that game.
Yeah. Man, we must all be sharing a brain because both Noah and I also picked the Niners.
Let's go. Okay, this might be where we go a little off because then we have the Saturday night game where the Bears host the Packers.
Spicy. All right, Aaron. Are you going Homer?
So I went Homer for the Panthers. My brain is saying that the Rams should have won that one. But strictly analytically, the Packers do really well in this matchup, right? Even without their 2 star players. The last time they played, they were without Tucker Kraft and Parsons, Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons. And they still came down to a miracle comeback against Packers backups because everybody got injured. The Packers did just take a week to rest. They are favored in this game slightly, depending on who you ask. This is actually leaning in the Packers' favor. And I know every Bears fan out there is screaming because they think it's in their favor. They're the number 2 seed. They're at home. They won the division. They won the division by only winning 2 games in the division. One of them against a backup. The other one, I think, was also against a backup, right? When they beat Brosmer? Is that what it was? God.
I mean, you can also make the argument that maybe people think McCarthy's a backup.
I mean, he's named their starter, so
yeah.
I think the Packers lean a little bit more favored in this one. I think if they can come out hot like they try to do, any game that the Packers start, go down the field and score a touchdown, they typically win that game. If they can do that again here, they win. The Bears seem to always have to play from behind. And you don't think that that's going to happen twice, right? You don't think that they can make another miracle comeback because they tried to do it against the Lions and they came up short. So,
yeah.
Maybe it's a homer pick, but I'm taking the Packers.
This is my vibe pick, Aaron.
Yeah?
Because I want my Packers-Panthers NFC Championship game.
Let's go!
Noah pick the Packers as well.
Let's go! We're sharing a brain cell.
We're all sharing a brain cell.
Maybe this is the certified 3SadFans. I don't know.
All 6 games we all picked the same. I love it.
That's crazy. All right, then we're going into round 2, the divisional round, where the Broncos host the Bills. This one could be spicy because the Broncos have beaten winning teams at home. So this one would be really, really tough, assuming we even get to this point. I want to hear your thoughts first.
Coming up, week of rest. I mean, a big thing is people think the Broncos are frauds because most of the wins were one-score wins.
One-score win is still a win, though.
It's still a win. The week of rest will do well. It's in Denver, you know. Getting home field is crucial.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see what Bo Nix does because they played last year in the wild card round, and the Broncos did get the opening touchdown on the opening drive, but then the Bills scored 40 unanswered points.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So
I think that was in Buffalo, though, right?
It was in Buffalo because Denver was a 7 seed last year.
Oh, how the turntables!
It's gonna be more even, I think. And I do think the Broncos will find a way to win this game. I think it'll be close. Maybe they'll win by 2 points. I think the Broncos will find a way to win this. Though I do want to see the Bills do good.
I'm cheering for the Bills. And although this is also a 50-50 game because this is the playoffs and that's what 50-50 games are all about, I'm leaning Bills. I think Josh Allen gets it done. I think he comes in and he does what Josh Allen does and somehow pulls off a miracle 3rd and 23 to keep them going. I think it comes down to like a game-winning field goal or a touchdown in the fourth quarter, right?
He's looking around, throwing. There's no one open, and he
scrambles for 10 seconds.
He scrambles, and then he yucks it down the field for 40 yards. That sounds like Josh Allen.
All right, well, I guess we're split. So what's Noah's tiebreaker?
Noah picked the Bills, so we got the Bills moving on to the AFC Championship.
All right, then we've got Patriots-Texans.
Texans. I've got Texans.
I'm thinking Texans as well. Maybe we're on the same page here. I think the Texans are getting hot at the right time. I think they actually win this. I think we're on the same page. We're gonna choose the Texans. Bills-Texans 5-6 AFC Championship game. Has there ever been a championship game where it's only been the wild card teams and none of the divisional winners?
I'm sure there has. It has to be.
Quick Google search.
Here, AFC Championship game, only wild card teams. What does Google say? Inconclusive.
Ooh, excuse me.
Here's a Reddit post from 3 years ago. Since 1990, it has been possible for 2 wildcard teams to play each other in a conference championship game. However, a wildcard versus wildcard conference championship has never happened. So that was 3 years ago. So unless something happened in the last 3 years, no, it's never happened. A wildcard versus wildcard championship game.
It's trying to tell me that it has, right? Like in my quick Google search. Conference championships without division winners happens frequently in the NFL. But it's not telling me anything specifically, so. Oh, well. We'd have to go back into the past and look. I mean, you'd have to think maybe with the New York Giants when they were on their wild card run, or the Green Bay Packers when they were on their wild card run. Actually, no, because of the Green Bay Packers, they beat the Chicago Bears, who won the division in that year. I don't know. We'll have to look. Anyway, we got those.
For the record, Noah picked the Patriots to win Patriots-Texans.
All right, good to know. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. All right, then we've got the NFC side. We got the number 1 Seahawks and the number 7 Packers. Now, here's the thing.
Again, thinking with the brain, Seahawks.
If I'm thinking with the brains, I'm 100% going the Seahawks, right? Like, in the same vein that I think the Packers can beat the Bears, I don't see any way the Seahawks don't lose, right? I don't see any way that the Seahawks give up more than 13 points to the Packers. Mm-hmm. But this is the Three Sad Fans podcast, and we have a narrative.
We have a narrative.
So,
I turned off my mic.
We gotta hold the narrative. Let's go Packers! I'm choosing Packers. What about you?
I also chose Packers because
There
I
it
need the
is! Let's
storyline.
go! And then again, on the other side, we got the Panthers and the 49ers, and now my head is
We
saying...
lost 2. Yeah.
Yeah, my head is saying that, the Panthers hosting the 49ers probably isn't going to go any better than when it was the other way around. And the NFC Championship game will most likely be the Seahawks plus the 49ers, or the Seahawks plus the Rams, or the Seahawks plus the Eagles, right? Like, that's your most likely outcomes. However, we have a narrative.
Yeah. Panthers.
Panthers.
Noah also has a Packers-Panthers NFC Championship
Let's go!
game.
We're all delusional. Although if this happens, we're going to look like the smartest podcast in the world.
I don't know if I could watch that game with y'all if that does happen. I would be outnumbered.
Yeah. Oh, the funny thing is that would happen in Charlotte, right? It would be a rematch.
It would be in Charlotte because, we are division winners.
Actually, that would be...
In the Niners game would be in Charlotte, too.
I know, that would be quirky that the Panthers' entire road to the Super Bowl would be at home.
Yeah, you think the the road to the Super Bowl goes through Seattle. No, it goes through Charlotte.
If I had told you at the beginning of the year that the road to the Super Bowl went through Charlotte, you'd be like, there's no way the Panthers get the 1 seed. And I'm like, you're right.
You're right. They're going 8-9 and getting the 4th seed.
Sorry, the 8-9 road through Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay, conference champ, Bills, Texans. If these two teams were to play, this would happen in Texas.
In Houston. Yeah, it'd be in Houston.
I think I still take the Bills. My whole vibe is the Bills are just taking it all the way as the 6th seed. I feel it this year.
We're vibing with the Bills. I'll vibe with the Bills.
All right, vibe for the Bills.
Noah's got the Bills over the Texans.
He would have them over the Patriots.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, the Bills did beat the Patriots in Foxborough earlier this year, too. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to think the Bills go all the way. But then we've got the number 7 Packers.
This will be a civilized discussion about this game.
Here's the thing. No, we're playing tradesies. We let you win in the regular season. You let us win in the playoffs. You won in Lambeau. We win in Charlotte. It's a mirror.
You should have won that game, though.
The Packers should have won a lot of games this year, okay?
Bryce Young didn't throw for 100 yards until the final drive of the game, Aaron. You guys should have won that game.
They're going to win this time, okay?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so obviously I'm choosing Packers and
if
you're choosing Panthers.
If we're going delusional, Panthers 8-9 Super Bowl, the first team to make the Super Bowl with a losing record.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm obviously choosing the Packers. You're obviously choosing the Panthers. We know that Noah had this exact scenario, so it comes down to his tiebreaker. What did he choose?
Well, I can tell you the team he chose started with a P.
Was the second letter an A?
It was an A.
Wow. Does it end in ERS?
It does end in ERS.
Wow.
Noah's a dirty traitor. He chose the Cheeseheads.
Oh, okay. Packers Super Bowl. Let's go.
Yeah. Bills, Packers Super Bowl. Which
and
is
then
what
the Bills win.
That's what his Super Bowl is.
Yeah, that's
funny enough.
But like the Bills probably win. Like if we're being real, the Homer.
This is where the delusion stops.
This is where the delusion stops. The Bills, Josh Allen deserves it after all this time, right? The Packers are good, but they're not that good.
Okay, so who is your official pick in this matchup?
Between the Bills Packers, I'm choosing the Bills. If we're going overall, I'm still choosing the Bills. In my actual real prediction, I think I had it like Bills Seattle, and I took the Bills over the Seahawks, but no, in this scenario, I still take the Bills. What do you think? If you had to choose between the Bills and the Packers, who are you choosing?
Okay, my head is saying Bills, right? Mm-hmm. But just for funsies, I'm picking Packers because you want me. I'll be the homer.
What did Noah pick?
He chose Bills.
Boo! I'm choosing Packers then. Take that, Noah. The Packers are gonna win the Super Bowl. That's the 7th seed. Anyway,
they were the first 7th seed to win a playoff game. They're going to be the first 7th seed to win the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. They almost did it that one year. Honestly, they were in the divisional round against the 49ers, and they had a 10-point lead going into the 4th quarter, and they should have won that game. and they didn't.
Hey, that was still the year you beat the Cowboys in Dallas.
That is true.
We appreciate your contribution to Jerry Jones.
Yay!
You know?
All right, am I clicking submit? Am I clicking submit on a Packers over Bills? All right, we're submitting it. Let's go. All right.
I don't know how anyone else can think that this is not the correct format. You know, this is absolutely what's going to happen.
This is we saw it already. This is exactly what's going to happen. It's in the stars.
We come from the future.
All right, we're going to go over some of these funny flashbacks from earlier in the season that we looked at earlier. So, let's start with division winners. All right, with the AFC North, we
missed a couple.
We might have missed a couple. We had the Ravens at 1 and the Browns at 4, which was not quite.
We got the Browns.
We got the Browns at 4. I think Noah was green. He had Bengals at 3. I think I was blue, so I put Bengals and Steelers both at 2.5. That just doesn't make sense. And then you were red.
It makes perfect sense.
You had Bengals at 2 and Steelers at 3. Man, we were all so off about that. That was like...
Hey, Joe Burrow that is my excuse.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. You can never really predict injuries. The Packers should have won their division as well, but unfortunately, the injuries, Micah Parsons...
I don't think any of us predicted the Bears.
No, so here's the thing. Like, we all chose Packers to be second, which is what happened. But then the Bears and the Lions flipped, where the Bears were 1 and the Lions were 4. And then pretty much almost all of us had the Vikings at 3, except for red. I think you're red. I think that's what it was. I think I was blue, Noah was green, you were red. We didn't really
fun fact about the NFC North standings. They literally just flipped from last year.
Packers went from 3 to 2, Lions went from 1 to 4, vice versa.
Yeah, it was Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears last year, and now it's Bears, Packers, Vikings, Lions.
And that's what I love about football, is that stuff like that could happen, you know?
Oh, it's amazing. It's funny.
All right, let's take a look at these the NFC South standings. We all had the Saints at 4, so that was right. We had
by the skin of our teeth, it was right.
I don't even remember what we did. We have multiple ones all over the Panthers. It says 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 1. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't remember what we were doing. But
I think we all had Falcons at 3, which actually Falcons end up at 2 now, right? Because they leapfrogged the Buccaneers. That's how that worked?
Technically, we all finished first.
That's not how that works.
It's all first place.
So we were kind of weirdly accurate, at least choosing the Panthers to win.
Let me look it up. I think we chose the Panthers to win because it was funny, and I said they were going to go 11-6.
You were close.
No. Looking at ESPN NFL standings, the Falcons are 3rd in the division.
Weird. So it's like, how do they not... I don't know how the 3-way tie works then. I don't know. It's weird. We're technically right. That's all you need to know.
Who knows? Who knows?
Getting
the Panthers right in the worst way was the greatest thing we've ever done.
Right? Let's look at the Ravens schedule. We had them going 13-4. We had them winning their last 3 games. They did not win their last 3 games. They did win against Green Bay. We did have that set.
They lost 2 of the last 3.
Yeah, they lost to New England and Pittsburgh, which we did not predict that correctly. We actually had them losing to Cincinnati for some reason. I think that's because we expected Joe Burrow to play.
I mean, they did split with Cincy this year. So.
I think it was the other way around, though, where they lost early and won late, right? I mean, it was 2 weeks
apart. The first
apart.
matchup, they lost. Yeah, the first matchup, they lost 32-14, and then the second matchup, they won 24-0. In that 24-0, we're like, oh, the Ravens are so back. Here we go. They're going to play the Patriots at home. This is where they lost.
They definitely did not go 13-4, though. That's for sure.
No, 8-9, same as the Panthers, but not good enough for a playoff spot. Apparently.
Yep, it's different divisions. Am I right?
Different divisions.
All right, I had the Green Bay Packers going 12-5. I had them losing to Baltimore, so I had that right.
Nice.
I did
nice,
not get
7-1, not too far.
I had them losing to Denver as well. It's literally like the difference, like quite literally. I had this almost set, except for the fact that they lost to Chicago off of a crazy game ender, and then they lost to Minnesota because they were resting their starters. And then if you change the Dallas one to a tie, they beat 9-7-1, almost as I predicted.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of the wins, like you have to like flip the Carolina one with the Cincinnati one, right? And like change a couple of them. Otherwise, I had it almost absolutely right. Like that's crazy. This is like a fairly good 80% accurate.
It's not too bad, not too shabby.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I know my team sometimes.
And then mine's a little wrong.
It's only a little delusional, and by a little delusional, I mean they didn't win against San Francisco, but they did win against LA, which is very interesting. They did not win against New Orleans, but they did win against Tampa Bay. They did. Why did we say that we're gonna beat Seattle? Who thought that?
Because we didn't know what Sam Darnold was at the beginning of the year. You know,
it's true.
Who was he? Was he the quarterback for the first 15 games or the last 2? Who knows?
It's crazy how backwards this is because they did beat Green Bay, but they lost to New Orleans, but they did beat Atlanta, but they lost, or you did have the lose to Tampa Bay.
And then they lost and then they.
It's like this whole stretch from like week 8 to week 13, you had completely flipped. Like that's so crazy.
I was looking at the wrong side of the coin.
They actually beat Dallas, and you had them losing.
When I said I made those picks, we were going full delusional,
and we're gonna do it again next year.
Absolutely, I'm not changing a thing.
Oh, I hope we continue this next year because it's gonna be so much fun.
I don't plan on changing.
Hey, me neither. All right, but yeah, no, that's of all of our look backs. So it's crazy, like how kind of delusional we were, but also kind of how close we were. We were right, at least with the standings for the NFC South. I was pretty close with my Packer picks. We did have them placed in second in the division, and they did.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Still feel bad for the Ravens, but there's always next year in a Jim Harbaugh-less year.
Speaking of Jim Harbaugh-less, let's go over the Black Monday firings, shall we?
Yeah, shout some of those out. I think that'll be the last thing we do.
I've also got my easy question quiz.
That is true. So, if you don't want to save
two things.
Okay, if you don't want to save that for Noah.
No, we can run through this again. When we get there, we'll tell Noah to stop watching, and then
Yeah, true.
All right, let's start with the Black Monday filings. It started Sunday night after the Falcons beat the Saints and finished the season on a 4-game win streak. The Falcons fired both the head coach Raheem Morris and the GM Terry Fontenot.
And another one bites the dust.
2 seasons for Morris, 8-9 both, but not good enough.
Yeah, you got to get that winning season. You got to have that Mike Tomlin legacy.
Yeah, I mean 8-9's not good enough. You need 9-8.
Mm-hmm.
Browns fired their head coach Kevin Stefanski,
which is crazy. He won like Coach of the Year twice with them.
Twice.
And he started to bring the Browns were looking up towards the end of the year. They actually won their last 2 games.
6 seasons with the Browns. 2 winning seasons. Both of them where he won Coach of the Year.
I think one of them was with Baker Mayfield, right? Or was that like post Baker?
I don't remember. I think it was Baker.
Yeah, because it was like 1 Baker year, and then like one of them was the Joe Flacco. Yeah,
Joe Flacco after Sean ruptured his Achilles. This one I didn't think was happening. Raiders fired Pete Carroll.
Actually, I'm surprised they ever hired Pete Carroll. At the beginning of the season, I was like, Raiders could be a sleeper team. Pete Carroll's a great coach. And then they went 2-14, and I'm like, what were they thinking? What was I thinking ever having hope in them?
Is Pete Carroll kind of like Bill Belichick, like good for the era, but it's like past the expiration date?
Mm-hmm. And they were good because they actually had like good weapons in front of them to work with. Like, having what you had with the Raiders, I don't think anyone can make that a winning football team. Like, they got to rebuild.
Especially not with Chip Kelly calling plays and not giving the ball to Genty.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Or not giving Genty enough blocks. Like, again, -1 yards before contact. That's rough, buddy.
You know the Raiders are in football hell. Here's a not so fun stat for the Raiders. The last Raiders head coach to finish 4 full seasons as coach was John Gruden, the first time.
Ooh.
In 1998 to 2001. That was the last time a head coach lasted 4 full seasons.
That's rough.
That's really bad. Another head coach that got fired. Cardinals fired Jonathan Gannon.
Not
The head
too
coach.
surprised about that. Cardinals were dookie this year, especially in an NFC West
Yeah.
that everyone else was so great. Like it's
Yeah.
hard not to point and be like, what happened?
This was his third season, right? It's usually when it comes to new head coaches, unless there's something really bad, you usually get 3 seasons to prove yourself. Like the third season is the season that it's like, okay, we need to see results now. Just didn't happen. Gannon went 15-36 as a head coach, 3-14 this year. It just whatever was working was not working. Kyler Murray was never healthy or wasn't good. So I think Gannon's gone, and I think Kyler Murray will find his way off the team as well this offseason.
He's a future New York Jet if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Giants and Titans have the head coach positions opening, so that's 6 teams now.
And all of
7.
them called Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, John
Harbaugh. They probably called Jim as well, but he's like, I have a job.
I have a job. The Chargers pay me well. And then right before we recorded, the Ravens fired John Harbaugh.
They sure did.
That's 7 teams now with head coaching positions. John Harbaugh is the number 1 option for the other 6.
Oh, absolutely. There was word that came out that within like the first hour of him being fired, he got 7 different phone calls.
Yeah.
And it's like, from who? There's only 6 teams that need one, unless Baltimore called him back being like, we made a mistake. Maybe it's a college team. Maybe it's a high school team. Maybe it was us being all like, hey, we need a third for our ThreeSadFans podcast.
You can be the Sad Ravens fan, right?
You're the Sad Ravens fan. Walk us through that kick.
Man, a couple of other small ones. The Dolphins GM positions opening.
I'll take it.
Go ahead. Apparently, fun fact: Mike McDaniel is actually part of the process to find the GM, which is really weird because it's usually the other way around. The GM is hiring the coach, not the coach hiring the GM.
That is interesting.
So
let me go choose my boss real quick.
Yeah, I found that interesting. Cowboys fired Matt Eberflus to the DC. The Cowboys
took him long enough.
The Cowboys are now looking for the 4th defensive coordinator in 4 years.
Which is crazy because 4 years ago they had a terrific defense.
Yeah, when Dan Quinn was heading that, it was great. So Dan Quinn in 2023 was his last year. Mike Zimmer last year. Matt Eberflus this year. And then now number 4 for next year. Awful. The Commanders parted ways with both the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, that being Cliff Kingsbury, offensive coordinator, and Joe Witt, defensive coordinator. It turns out Kingsbury asked to pursue other options, and it was a mutual parting ways. There might be an opportunity for Kingsbury to get a head coaching job because he was the Cardinals head coach for a while.
And there are
good as a head coach,
7 teams that need one.
7 teams now that need a head coach. And then finally, what I've got, the Lions fired their offensive coordinator, John Morton. Which
I'm not surprised because they went from Ben Johnson, who took them 15-2, to this guy who they're now 4th in their division. I mean, they still had a winning record, 9-8. It would be enough to win the NFC South, but you're not in the NFC South. You're in one of the most competitive divisions in football.
Yeah, and Dan Campbell took over play calling halfway through the season. So, of all these, which one is the most surprising of the firings, or is there something that someone that didn't get fired? Are you surprised about?
Oh, that's so tough. Just because it's like, I feel like everything was almost so predictable, right? Like it seems like the bad teams let go, the places that they needed to let go, and the good teams are still holding on. I think the most surprising firing is one that's going to be yet to come. I would not be surprised if one of the current playoff teams lets go of their head coach after their loss in a divisional round. That's my hot take. I don't know which one it's going to be, but it's got to happen.
Sirianni, probably. I mean, Eagles fans are always looking for a reason to get rid of Sirianni. Even though he just won a Super Bowl last year, it's like, nah, I can't trust him. Especially with Patullo and how anemic the Eagles' offense has been at times with all the weapons they have. So I think that would probably hit.
I think that might be one of the most likely. Yeah, but John Harbaugh, I'm surprised.
It's John Harbaugh.
I guess that would be the most shocking.
you can argue, oh, he's been there for too long. There's a reason why he's been there for so long, because he's a good coach.
And he's been winning games.
It's just
There's
like
a reason the moment he was let go, he's being called by everybody else because they're like, you're really going to give him up? It's like when they let go of Micah Parsons, and it's like, oh, you're just going to get rid of Micah Parsons? Okay, we'll take him.
Yeah, cheap too for someone of his skill caliber. Yeah, 2 first rounds. Kenny Clark, yeah, deal.
Deal, right? And that's how people feel about John Harbaugh right now.
John Harbaugh will have his pick of whatever team he wants to go to. I mean, Noah sent what? It's a rumor that he's going to the Giants. Yeah.
Honestly, especially with the Giants getting all of their players back next year, with Scattaboo and Neighbors and Jackson Dart coming into his own. Jackson Dart's look phenomenal. I said it at the beginning of the season and preseason. At the end, he's for real. I think the Giants, my early dark horse for next year is the New York Giants. You heard it here first.
I think, though, if any coach wants to, the best situation, I think, of all the teams is Atlanta. I think Atlanta
does have a lot of good building. It's like they're kind of in quarterback hell, but they have a lot of other great pieces. They have a solid defense, and they got Bijan Robinson. Drake London, great receiver. It would be a good place. Plus, you play in a dome. You don't have to stand out in the cold half the year.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. I think another shocking non-firing is the Bengals are keeping Zach Taylor.
I think it's because the Bengals know that a lot of what they have it relies on Joe Burrow. Is Zach Taylor their coach or their defensive coordinator?
Head coach.
Okay. Well, they need a new defensive coordinator.
They need a new defense. How about
that?
They
do. They need a new defense for sure. So that's kind of surprising to me that they probably could benefit from some change in the hierarchy there. At least change of, I can't even think of the word I'm looking for.
In leadership?
Leadership, thank you. Change in leadership. That's the one I was looking for.
And maybe that's what the Ravens were thinking with John Harbaugh gone.
Just get a new fresh pair of eyes.
Who replaces John Harbaugh, though?
I hate to say it, maybe Jeff Hafley. And I don't want to get rid of Jeff Hafley as a defensive coordinator because he's been doing great for the Packers. It's tough because we lost so many defensive pieces, which is why the Packers defense looks like it's falling apart right now. But he's the best defensive coordinator we've had in eons, and we know he's been getting calls. We know. He literally goes up and onto stage in front of the press, and they're like, so have you been getting calls? He'd be like, it'd be ridiculous for me to say that I haven't. I've got a job in front of me right now, but I can't ignore the fact that others are interested. So it looks like there's a good chance that we're losing him in this offseason, which makes me kind of...
I mean, he's a hot one of the top coordinators to get promoted,
So, I mean, he's probably getting a head coaching job somewhere, and if he could get it for the Ravens, a team that already has all the pieces, then the Ravens probably just pick up right where they left off.
Maybe he'll know how to use Derrick Henry, as in just give Derrick Henry the ball every play.
Give Derrick Henry the ball, and then if we're in 3rd and long, you can pass it, I guess, Lamar.
Just play action it, though,
Yeah, there you go. Play action. Make it look like we're going Derrick Henry for the 40th time.
Well, that's Black Monday for you. It's the coaching carousel never ends.
Never. I mean, what's the ongoing saying? The 33 most stressful jobs in the United States are number 1, the president, and then number 2 through 33 are NFL head coaches.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's true though. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, let's wrap it up. I kind of have to pee, so let's make it quick. Speed run.
We'll make it quick. As you know, a game we did earlier this year that you loved so much was 15 easy questions.
I loved it. I really did.
So we're bringing it back for the 2025 season. There are 11 questions though this one, so it's a little shorter.
The top 11 because we like to go one step further.
If Noah was here, I would ask how many interceptions did the Jets defense get this season? But since you already know the answer,
it's 0.
I'm going to ask you. Who did they beat? Who previously held the record that they beat?
Someone only had 2 once. I know the number is 2.
They had 2. It is 2.
It was either the Bengals or it was the New York Jets of the past.
It was the 2018 49ers.
49ers, dang.
Yeah, 2018 49ers only had 2 interceptions. Speaking of interceptions, which quarterback threw the most interceptions this season?
Geno Smith.
With
How many is that? Is that a two-part question?
you know how many did he throw? Can you give me a number?
16.
Oh, you're close. 17.
Oh, 17.
Good enough. That's good enough for credit, though. Good enough for credit.
Thank
Point
you.
for
I'll take it.
All right, this one's fun. Which team played the most quarterbacks this season? And I'm talking, if you look at the stat sheet for this team, how many actual quarterbacks with QB by the name threw the ball? No trick plays, no tight ends, no running backs, no punters throwing the ball. It is strictly quarterbacks. Which team used the most quarterbacks?
My heart says the Cleveland Browns.
No, they did not.
Oh, it's not the Cleveland Browns. Okay, so
they only used 3.
I know, because I'm trying to think. There's a lot of them that use 3. The Green Bay Packers use 3. The Cincinnati Bengals use 3, right?
Yep.
The Browns use 3. Is it the Jets?
This team used 4.
Did the Jets?
It's not the Jets.
The Jets used 3. They used. Which team used 4?
AFC team.
Have to be like a bad team, right?
They ended bad, that's for sure.
Did the Raiders use more than 3? Because I know they did Pickett, nope. O'Connell, and Smith.
No, they only used 3. This team started hot.
Oh, it's the Colts.
Yeah,
the Indianapolis Colts.
Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, Riley Leonard, and Phillip Rivers.
You're right. 4. I forgot about Anthony Richardson because I thought he was just hurt. I forgot he actually played.
He played a little bit. Yeah, mm-hmm. He's on the stat sheet for this year before he destroyed his orbital bone with a rubber band.
with a non-contact injury.
Yeah. On the opposite end of the spectrum, 2 teams only used 1 quarterback this season. Can you name them?
Is one of them the Steelers?
No, it is not the Steelers.
So Mason Rudolph did take a snap.
Yes, he did. It is one AFC, one NFC.
Is it the Seahawks?
No, not the Seahawks.
When did they play their backup?
The NFC team is in that same division, though.
Because I know it's not the 49ers. It has to be the Rams, right? Matthew Stafford?
It is the Rams.
Matthew Stafford took every single snap. That's one of them. All right. And then the AFC
It's an AFC team. Yep, AFC team.
It's not the Bills. I know it's not the Bills.
Not the Bills. It's not an East or North team. I'll give you that.
It's not East or North. Okay, so is it the Jaguars?
Not the Jaguars.
When did they put in a backup? I don't remember that. Maybe they were just ahead by a lot. Was it the Titans?
Not the Titans. The Titans were on this list until week 18.
Really? Cam Ward got
hurt. Oh. Yeah, Cam Ward got hurt until they had to put in the backup. So it would have been the Titans, but he got hurt.
It's definitely not the Texans. I know they played Millis, David.
So it's not the South, not the East, not the North. It's AFC West.
It's definitely not the Chiefs. Is it the Broncos?
Denver Broncos.
Ah, because I'm like thinking it's like I know a lot of these like guys got hurt and stuff. So interesting.
The Broncos only played Bo Nix, the only quarterback to record a stat, and the Rams only played Stafford, the only quarterback to take a stat for the Rams.
Wow.
So, fun facts.
Yeah, but the Packers have the best backup, so.
True. No argument. All right, number 5. Which team had the longest losing streak of the season?
Raiders.
They did. With how many?
I want to say 12.
Not that much. Only a 10-game skid.
Oh, it's 10 again. That actually matches what they had last year. Yep. Which they also tied with the Bears for 10 last year as well.
if they would have lost to the Chiefs, it would have been 11. But
so close. This close to greatness.
All right. Number 6. Which punter had the most punt yards in the season? Throwback. I love this question on the first one.
This is so tough because it's like I don't even know. Was it the Raiders kicker?
It was not the Raiders kicker, but you are on the right path. They could think bad teams.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking bad teams because the ones that probably punt a lot are the ones that accumulate the most yards. The Giants kicker?
No, I will tell you that this kicker had 4,165 punt yards on 91 punts.
He had more punt yards than Caleb Williams had pass yards.
He did, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, bad teams. Is it the Titans kicker?
Nope.
What other bad teams? Is it the Jets kicker?
You're in the right conference, AFC.
Okay, so conference. Okay, AFC. It wasn't AFC East specifically.
Nope.
Let me visualize. The Browns kicker, maybe?
It was Corey Bojorquez.
How do you Corey who?
Bojorquez. Bojorqus.
I'm never gonna be up. Is that like French?
Probably.
Bojorquez? Maybe I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know, man.
I'm butchering his last name, so it's just Corey.
Corey in the
90
house.
Yeah,
Corey in the Brown house.
91 punts this
That's
season.
crazy.
Also, that's the yards and the number of attempts NFL high. Which doesn't surprise me when you're putting out Shedeur Sanders with a total QBR of 18. So
hey, you know what? He won games, and that's something he can take to the bank. Shedeur Sanders has as many wins as a starter this year as Geno Smith.
Nah.
Like, doesn't Shedeur Sanders have like 3 wins as a starter, right? Like
probably.
They won their last 2, and I think he won that one where he was all like, "Hey, we did pretty good. Now imagine if I had a whole off season." Or maybe they lost that one. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but good job, Corey. All right, next question. Who was the first player to be ejected this season?
Oh, I know this one. It's the Eagles guy, the spitter.
Jalen Carter of the
Eagles. Yeah, I remember him.
Literally off the kickoff.
Literally the first, not even the first play. I remember that.
Dak spits to the ground, and Jalen's just like, "Oh, you spit on me? I spit on you back."
Mm-hmm. There was
that
a second spitter.
One. The first game of the season.
Thursday
after the
game.
Kickoff.
Yep.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's a good theme and a good tradition that quarterbacks will give the offensive line gifts for Christmas and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Which quarterback gifted his offensive line authentic dinosaur, bear, and mammoth fossils for Christmas this year?
I know, like, Jordan Love gave his like receiver shoes, and
I'm talking fossils though.
I know Caleb Williams gave his lineman stuff that was like I don't even know. It was just Gucci stuff.
Fun fact: last year, this quarterback gave his offensive line samurai swords.
That's awesome.
Samurai swords in the fossils this year.
Sounds like he has good taste, whoever he is. Was it Baker
AFC.
Mayfield? Oh, it's AFC.
No, not Baker, but AFC.
AFC wouldn't be you. There's a lot of young. It's not a young quarterback, right?
No,
there's got to be a quarterback that's
he's been around for a while.
Yeah,
he's been around for a while. He had plenty of time to research. I'll give you that.
Was it Joe Burrow?
It was Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow knows his stuff for sure. I love Joe Burrow. You see that press conference where he just talked about Pokemon cards?
Yeah, dude's got interest, and I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I think these are some easier questions. Which team had the best point differential this year?
Seattle Seahawks.
Correct. Do you know how much?
It was like 240.
Plus 191.
Okay, 191. It was in my brain. It was either 190 or 240. I don't know why, but that was where it was.
I mean, you're close regardless. So.
Yeah, I mean they were up there.
All right. On the opposite end, who had the worst point differential?
Oh, so it's not the Panthers that has the worst.
No.
I want to say it's the New York Jets at like minus 150.
Not 150.
What is it?
Minus 203.
Jets at minus 203. That almost sounds like a money line if they were playing a college team.
9 points worse than the Titans at minus 194.
Crazy. So sorry about those Jets, unfortunately.
Hey, next year though. Next year. All right, final question.
Mm-hmm.
2 players ended up on injury reports with designation of teeth this year. The second player to do so was A.J. Brown when he just randomly decided to get his wisdom teeth taken out during the
I
middle
do
of
remember
of
that.
a
That was
week.
the only one I was going to know.
Who was the first?
Was it A.J. Brown the first time?
No, it wasn't A.J. Brown the first time. I'll give you this. It is a backup somewhere, and it's in the NFC.
Was it Malik Willis?
It was not Malik Willis. This guy was a starter for multiple different teams. He is a journeyman quarterback.
Journeyman quarterback, out with teeth on the NFC side.
Backup quarterback.
Kirk Cousins?
Not Kirk Cousins. Right division, though.
Sounds like something Kirk Cousins would do. Right division? Was it Baker Mayfield?
He's a starter, not a backup.
Who's the back? Oh, Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater, my man. He did play that one game, though.
I looked and tried to find what the actual injury was, but I couldn't find it. So he just showed up on the injury report with teeth.
Teeth. They're like, oh.
Yeah, who
got
knows?
toothache.
Well done, Aaron. I say you got them all right. So
Let's go!
Good job.
I don't have to do them again?
Only if you want to.
All right, it's the 49ers, Geno Smith at 17, the Colts, the Rams and Broncos, the Raiders with 10, Corey Bonjour, Jalen Carter on the Eagles, Joe Burrow, Seattle at 191, Jets at not minus 203, and Teddy Bridgewater with his teeth.
Holy my!
Let's go!
He's so good. It was his football. That's so good.
Anyway, that was the Three Sad Fans podcast. We miss Noah dearly, but he should be. Yeah, we're only 2 today.
He should be back next week.
We could pretend Reno was the third sad fan. He was definitely contributing, right?
Absolutely, he was.
But we'll definitely catch you next week with some more football action. Postseason is upon us. Here's hoping that we still have one of our teams to talk about then. If not both, hopefully at least one.
If not, we're opening the show with a black screen.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I could do it.
Could you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
No.
But yeah, be sure to leave your predictions down in the comments below. And thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for being part of this wonderful community. Until next week, have a good one.
Bye.
Let's go Panthers!
Go Packers!